Hello, 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 and welcome, my Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your soulmate read for May, June 2020. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and Leo rising. Yes, witch work. How y'all doing today? Hope you are doing well with everything that's going on planet Earth. I haven't left my house in months, but I have a lovely deck outside. Deck, D-E-C-K. Get your head out of the gutter, my Leos. Let's do this. It's my honor and privilege to be working for you today. If you are new to my channel, please do consider liking this video, subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell, because I'm putting out content every day. I actually haven't missed a day in quite a while. Well, lockdown will do that, right? You need a creative outlet, us Leos, even the Leo risings. And feel free to comment in the comment section below. I like the feedback, don't you? Sometimes, it depends on the feedback, right? Because let's get down to business. This is a general read, right? A general soulmate contract read. So please take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check your other signs for other pieces of the soulmate puzzle. Because I'm trying to keep these short. Upload times are ridiculous. Everybody's on the internet. So like a half-hour reading is taking 3 hours or so. So I'm just trying to do these as best as I can. It's also why you might want to hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I'm putting out new stuff. Other than that, let's talk contracts for a second. This is a contract read. We're going to look at party number 1, going to call it Divine Feminine. Party number 2, we're going to call it Divine Masculine. Has nothing to do with biological gender. Has more to do with energetic dynamic. I myself am mostly considered Divine Feminine because of what I do for a living as a professional intuitive. It's a lot of yin, right? But, you know, put me with the right guy. I'm daddy, top, daddy, daddy, top. Yep. Yep. That being said, the soulmate contract at its foundation, two souls agreeing to help each other heal throughout a particular lifetime. Not always romantic sexual. You certainly have more than one, but these readings are the romantic, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, soulmate, satisfying contract that we've been working on for thousands of years, lifetime after lifetime, with some of these souls. So this is just to get you some clues, some tips, some hints. We're only doing 13 cards. Try and do this briefly, but get you some clarity, guidance, and grace, which is why I need you to focus on your breath as we do this. I will do the same. This way you will be in the present moment to take what resonates, leave what does not. I will be able to stay in the present moment and bring through the guidance and grace from my pantheons of the divine, as I have been trained to do my whole entire life, culminating in a YouTube career. Okay, fine, it's all good. And if you want more information, certainly I am available for private reads, video chat only. I have nobody to my house. I'm not leaving. Nobody coming in. Not now, not now. Cool, cool. Let's do this. We're going to start with 2 Caroline Mace archetype cards, one for the Divine Feminine, one for the Divine Masculine. All the decks that I use are listed in the description box at the bottom. Please check it out. There are some cool links in there, including 4 links in different ways describing the difference between a twin flame and a soulmate contract. Might be helpful. Please breathe. There you are, my Leo collectives. I feel ya. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, 2 cards. One for the Divine Feminine. Hey, not yet. One for the Divine Feminine and one for the Divine Masculine in this Leo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, soulmate contract. May to June 2020, please. One for the Divine Feminine, please, my pantheons. Thank you. One for the Divine Masculine, please, my pantheons. And we are off to the races. Now, Archetypes are neutral. No matter how pretty they sound, there's a shadow side. No matter how terrifying they sound, there's a light side, right? They balance each other out that way. But where are you on that lead to gold, shadow to light percentage, right? The shadow's the stuff you don't want to look at, or if you have looked at it, you don't want anybody to know about it. But it's important to know what it is, because that's what you are helping each other heal in this soul contract. Cool, cool. So let's have a look. Who's our happy soulmate couple? Well, this is one of the cards that jumped out while I was shuffling, but we'll get there. We've got the Lover, the Divine Feminine Lover archetype. I have the Lover archetype, and I'm a Divine Feminine, so already I'm relating to this, kind of, sort of. I try and keep myself out of the readings, but good luck. I'm Leo rising. The Divine Masculine Don Juan. Now, what I find interesting about this is the Lover archetype, believe it or not, is part of the Masculine Feminine of archetypes. Sorry, one of the masculine family of archetypes. There are different families of archetypes. The Don Juan, part of the Wild card. So I know people say the Lover archetype is masculine. Why isn't it feminine? Because it's usually action-oriented, right? It's more yang than yin. So let's have a look-see-dooksy here. I'm going to read you the shadow and the light for each of these. The shadow attribute of the Lover archetype is so scary. Obsessive passion that harms others. Self-destructive devotion. Images of Miss Havisham in a wedding dress 20 years later. The light attribute, great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. So someone who has it lifelong. I don't have the Lover archetype lifelong, but it's been there a lot. It's in my second wheel. It's called your Kairos wheel of archetypes. You have a Chronos, a Kairos, and a Cosmic, so that's 36, 3 rounds of 12. But really, it wouldn't just show up in their relationships if you have it lifelong. If it's a Chronos, all-time contract for this life, that you would have a great unbridled passion for all sorts of different things, that you put your heart into everything. Very, very lovely, and I would say 75% of the time I'm there. For the Divine Masculine, the Don Juan, ooh, sneaky, sneaky. Shadow attribute, using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. The light attribute spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. Right? And then there are positive, seductive qualities, right? I've been seduced by the divine several times in this life. It hasn't happened in decades, but when I was certainly originally on the path, the seduction of God, God seduced me big time onto my path. Walked away from a lot. Worth it, worth it, but still, every day is a winding road. I get a little bit closer. We've got our couple here. Let's see what's going on with them using the Healing with the Angels Oracle by Doreen Virtue. Angels, 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 the angel of angels and the angel of angels. We'll get one for the Divine Feminine, one for the Divine Masculine. What are the angels that are helping them heal? Hence the Healing with the Angels Oracle, right? Breathe. My angels, please. 2 cards. One for this Divine Feminine Lover archetype, one for this Divine Masculine Don Juan archetype in this Leo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract for May, June 2020, or timeless. These are timeless reads as well. Please, one for her. That's 2. Please, one for her. No, I don't even need to look. I can feel. That just means it's not the right card. Please, one for her. Thank you. And one for him. Unfortunately, I'll never know if the cards that I shuffled back in, if one of them was it or not. Let's see. The Angel of Divine Timing for this Lover archetype. If she can relax and make friends with time, right? To stop fighting time. It really is. I've been reading a lot of Matt Kahn. I talk about him, I think, in every reading because he's been so beneficial to me as a spiritual teacher. My 2-pronged approach to being a spiritual teacher is 1, to teach by example, to not be an a-hole about things. The second is to share what works for me, understanding that it's not going to work for everybody, right? You got to let that stuff go. But his book, Everything is Here to Help You, is just so amazing. I'm halfway through it about. Just every chapter just hammers home some spiritual lesson I've been working on my whole life, clarifies it, and I don't know if it's fast-tracking me through it, but my God, the tears of pain and the tears of joy and a lot of healing. So he talks about the 4 foundations of self-love, which I have this little joke that I do with it, and I hope he'll forgive me. I think he kind of has to. Breath, space, time, rest, Cicero, lip shits, da-da-da. Sorry, I was raised on musical theater. It's wired. It's like Clockwork Orange. But the divine timing, right? To make peace with time, to not fight time, to let things happen as they happen. Because the ego, if it's not getting what it wants, but the soul knows that everything in its right timing. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but as a result, I have gradually been loving myself by giving myself time, right? Giving myself time instead of racing against the clock. So that divine timing aspect with the lover archetype in the shadow, obsessive passion that harms others and self-destructive devotion, timing can be a big thing about that. But when it's divine timing, and it's not like divine timing just started here, everything's in divine timing, but the angel, the healing angel of divine timing is saying, honey, it's scripted. You're going to get what you want, but you have to get there in the right timing, right? And the Don Juan's got the angel of listening, right? Listening. Now, the thing about listening is when you listen, you become still. You become receptive. So I'm feeling there are a couple of different messages here with this, the Don Juan with listening. Number 1 is yes, to listen, but to listen to what? To listen to the silence. Sure, form of meditation. I get that, check. To listen to your better angels, to listen to your higher awareness here, because if you're dealing with a lover archetype and you're a Don Juan, are you setting yourself up in the shadow to using your power of romantic attraction for a private agenda? In other words, being a sneaky sleazeball regardless of your gender? That's not good. That's going to really hurt yourself and somebody else, most likely a lover archetype. Because they will get, trust me, as a lover, I don't have that much of the Don Juan in me. I'm more of the femme fatale. Oh, my drag fan is across the room. Screw it. Hold on. I think that calls, if I can get it right. Yeah, that calls for a thwarp. The femme fatale. To listen to your better angels and know that your prayers are being heard. Nobody seduces somebody with the shadow unless there is a self-worth issue there, right? Nobody does that. So spotlights your positive seductive qualities, right? Find what your positive seductive qualities, ask your angels, your higher powers, your friends, what are my positive seductive qualities? And you'll hear people say things like, well, you know, I never would have tried that thing that you suggested, but you just made it sound so good and it was the best thing ever, right? It's like using your powers for good instead of evil. Well, all archetypes are like that. Interesting soulmate couple. Now, keep in mind, they may not know each other. They may not have met yet. They may know each other and not be together. They might know each other and be sequestering in their own domain together. Don't know, but let's go a little bit deeper. We're going to take 3 Daughters of the Moon Tarot, simple timeline, past, present, future. For the Divine Feminine, we will do the same for the Divine Masculine with the Mythic Tarot. Voices of the Goddesses, take a deep breath. My goddesses, please. 3 cards, past, present, future, simple timeline for this divine feminine lover archetype with the divine timing angel walking with them. Keep in mind, these angels, they're helping each other heal. So as they heal themselves through the quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract, as one heals, the other heals. It's just how it works. They help each other heal, even if they've never met, or at least haven't met yet. But it's a matter of timing. I'm feeling that. So please, my goddesses. Did all of that just rhyme? Thank you. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity for the past. Where has she been in this soulmate contract, our divine feminine? Where is she now, this divine feminine? And where is she headed, this divine feminine? Past, present, future. Well, the card of the Fool in this deck is called the Dreamer. And so she's had this dream. And, you know, is that sleepy nocturnal dream? You don't usually think of that in terms of the Fool card. But it is saying that this is something that she's taking a risk on in the past, right? That has this dream, this beginning, oh, I just wish I would, you know, kind of puts the intention out there. The Fool is the 0 card. It's not the first card of the Major Arcana. The first card of the Major Arcana is the Magician. In this deck, the Witch. The card of the Fool, however, is the neutral, is the 0. It's in between. It's between the worlds, right, of the universe. In this deck, Shakti, the Life Dancer. It's a goddess deck, feminist deck. It is that 0 point, and then starting with the Witch and around she goes. So there was definitely a type of initiation here that started with a heart's desire, a wish. Major Arcana card. Where is she now? The Learner. The 8 of Pentacles, a crone teaching a maiden how to weave a blanket, and we see in the distance there a blanket that the crone has already woven. So learn from those who have already been there. You don't want to learn a skill from somebody who's never done it before. I forget who said it about the guide archetype. It might have been Carolyn Mace, actually. That you want a guide who's been where you're going, right? You don't want someone who's flying over to Hawaii the first time ever to be your guide, right? So there's something physical and practical here, that right now she's going through some very practical and most likely physical lessons here as a lover in terms of divine timing, maybe being kept busy, or maybe learning some skills that will be absolutely necessary for the journey forward in this soulmate contract. It's all relative to the contract. Ooh, where is she headed? The 7 of Cups, the card of jealousy. Now, it need not be so literal as to actually be jealousy. It can be emotional upset, or if you think of the 7 of Cups, I always refer to this card because just because it says jealousy on it doesn't mean it means that every single time in every single reading with this deck. I've found that to not be true, that it doesn't always mean that. Is that a double negative? It doesn't always mean jealousy is what I'm trying to say. Think of the Rider-Waite deck. 7 of Cups. Those 7 cups in the clouds, right? The things that we want, right? Oh, that will make me happy. That, oh, I want that. That will make me happy. And in a way, as an aspect of visualization, can absolutely be an empathic, clairvoyant, intuitive thing. Where, you know, if these two haven't met, then maybe it is coming through dreams, because we have that. Now, I will say, this is a very turbulent, emotional card here. So that doesn't mean that there won't be some emotional turbulence. And if you look at the 7s in the other suits in all decks, they're not exactly peaceful cards. So there may be some emotional upset here. And I will tell you this about jealousy. If this is jealousy, don't repress it. Don't bypass it, but don't be possessed by it. Don't act on it. What you do is you love it like an angry child, a jealous child, because what it is, and I have found this to be true, when I allow myself to feel this jealousy, I learned this from Matt Kahn. Read his stuff. Go check out his YouTube channel. He's a genius. One of his links is in the description box about this whole twin flame soulmate-y thing. That jealousy in particular is often an intuitive response that what you want is on its way to you, but you have to feel that. You have to let that energy move through you. Because, like, this sounds egotistical to say this, but I'm beginning to realize that there were some people in my life who lied to me because they were jealous. Now, the funny thing is when I got that insight the other night, I was just like, jealous? Why are they jealous of me? They have no idea what I had to go through to get to where I am, or where I was at the time, right? They just think it just dropped into my lap. Oh, when has anything ever? I'm a Virgo, honey. I look like a Leo, but I am a Virgo, right? So keep that in mind. If you are feeling jealousy for someone or something, keep in mind to allow that child to have its voice. You have a right to feel jealous, honey, because what it is this child inside of us. This is not fair. When's it my turn? I hate this. This is stupid. They're poopy heads. How come they get it? They didn't. Love that. That child needs more love, not less. Let it have its emotions and let it calm down, because what are the chances, if this is a divine feminine empath, that you're clearing that out? That maybe 2% of it is your own stuff, but the 98% of emotional pressure behind it is from humanity detoxing that, right? All in divine timing, but that's the thing about jealousy. It's like, hun, when's it my turn? It's coming, sweetheart. Just said to somebody today about jealousy, you know, she's got a child. I said, well, doesn't that child want to drive? Oh, yeah, I'm sure the child does. But are you 16? Can you take the... No. Then, sorry, honey, you can be as jealous as you want, but I love you. You'll get there. You will get there. And I think that jealousy often is a marker saying you're closer than you've ever been. Hang in there. Don't let it possess you, but don't repress it either. Jealousy repressed turns into envy, and then you end up keying people's cars, and you end up lying to people to their face. Yeah, it's not great. Not great. Having been... I've looked at jealousy from both sides now. I want to hear Peter Griffin sing that song really badly. Oh, Seth MacFarlane. Whoever he's with, I am jealous of them. He's so handsome. I have a crush on Seth MacFarlane. It's the humor and the looks and the voice. Yeah. Okay, TMI, I get it. Breathe. We're going to do the same thing, simple timeline for this masculine, divine masculine Don Juan archetype with listening. Let's see what he's listening to. Nice deep breath. My gods, please. The collective divine masculine, please. One card for the past. We'll do past, present, future. Basic timeline for this masculine, divine masculine Don Juan archetype in this Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, soulmate contract, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, sexual, romantic soulmate contract, please. What's going on with this Don Juan here? Give us a card of the past. Where he been? Give us a card of the present. Where is he now? And give us a card of the future. Where is he headed? Very easy. Slipped right out of my hands. Where has he been? Ooh, the Hanged Man. He's quite literally been hanging out. Now, there's often an element of sacrifice here, maybe not suffering, but of letting something go, of letting go and letting God, right? If you want to go AA about it, Alcoholics Anonymous, or having to sacrifice a point of view in order to see things differently, usually a larger picture. Positionality is no fun, right? I'm going to stick to my position no matter what, even regardless of the facts. So there has to have been something sacrificed here, and maybe just sort of chilling out. Now, what I like here already is they've both got major arcana cards, so they're both coming from the past of something more of a spiritual life place. That's kind of key. Where is he now? Ooh, the Nine of Wands, almost all the way home, right? It's like you've got almost everything you want, but you're not quite at the dock yet. This is the ship, the Argo from Jason and the Argonauts, stuck on the rocks before they reach all the way home with the Golden Fleece. So that's why you see in the Rider-Waite deck that it's all bandaged and bruised. It's like, I've had a long journey. I'm not home all the way yet. Don't come near me. I'll hit you with my stick, right? So to kind of feel that, it's like he's probably beaten up a little bit. He's probably had the long journey here, not all the way home, but almost there. And where is he headed? The Six of Cups. That where he gets where he's getting, there may be some nostalgia. But you know what? That's I get the nostalgic part of the Six of Cups. But 6 is a number of balance. So maybe this is about a time of emotional harmony and balance. Tiferet, the sphere of the heart chakra in the Kabbalistic tree of life. Emotional harmony, emotional balance that really comes into a place of bringing his light and shadow, his lead and gold to a 50-50 at least, and some emotional peace and calm there. My sense is that they're both dealing. Oh, he's got a 6. He's got the 6 of Cups. She's got the 7. So there is still some emotional stuff going on here. Don't know whether it's going to play itself out differently. They keep reminding me. That maybe they know each other, maybe they don't. And if they do, maybe they're together, maybe they're not. I don't feel like these two are in the same physical location with each other because of that divine timing thing, and him kind of needing this time stuck on the rocks to listen, to maybe listen to his heart, to listen to his truth, to listen to who he really, really wants to be, because I have a feeling he's had to sacrifice a lot lately for his job. And remember, I'm saying his and her just to keep it straight in my head, but this could be either gender, both sides. Maybe had to let go because of what we're all going through, maybe going through a bit of a rough patch financially because of a change of employment. Just saying. Let's get 2 more cards down. We only have 3 left, actually. The Whispers of Love Oracle here. Voices of the Higher Self. What does the Higher Self got to say about these 2, or to these 2, you could say. Nice deep breath. Higher selves of all involved, please, 2 cards. 1 for this divine feminine lover archetype, 1 for this divine masculine Don Juan archetype in this Leo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, satisfying, sexual, soulmate contract for May, June 2020 or timeless. What's 1 for her? What's the Whisper of Love for him? She's got Take a Chance on Love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. Now again, this might not be about the present moment, but with that card of the learner there, that might be everything that she's being prepared for, because this 7 of Cups is coming with some kind of emotional pressure to it, that to take a chance on love might be very tricky and emotionally dangerous. You know, the other scenario that they're kind of giving me over here somewhere is saying, oh, these 2 had a dance before. And it didn't work out well. It did not work out well. And she might be having all sorts of ideas here that are emotionally upsetting her. But the thing is about a contract, it's going to happen. She's got the divine timing card. So maybe her jealousy and her impatience here is a direct result of how long this is taking. But will she be willing to take a chance on love when he shows up? Because he's got focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. Now, I will say this also just popped up for the Divine Masculine in the Cancerian reading I just did before this. It's recent enough that I can remember it. So, interesting, even with that 6 of Cups there, with that nostalgia, to take the time here to listen and focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. I feel like these 2, come on, the lover and the Don Juan. The thing is if they hook up as something real, as something healthy, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, he will be able to seduce her every day for the rest of his life, and she will be open to playing that game because she will give him everything, at least all of the great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of him. So it won't have to be that toxic seduction. It will be that real romantic, loving, sweet, wonderful thing. And either one of these Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, I could see both of them having this Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Could I ever? Well, let's get your last card down, and then we'll pop up the whole picture. Usually when I pop up the whole picture, I see something that I didn't see once all the pieces of the puzzle are on the table. So let's get your Healing Mantra card from the Healing Mantra deck. What a coinky dink. By Matt Kahn, that I adore him so much. By the way, never met him. He don't know me. I know him only through his work, right? I'm not getting any kickbacks by promoting him. I promote that which works for me. I'm not getting any extra money on the side for that. Because I would have to report that to YouTube because they would get really angry. Yeah, no product placement going on here, just purely out of the goodness of my heart. Let's ask the Ascended Masters what your healing mantra is. And it doesn't matter which one of you is watching this. If you use the mantra, because of the quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract, you will help each other heal. Breathe. My Ascended Masters of Soul Contracts, please. 1 card in clarity. What is the perfect healing mantra for this Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, soulmate contract. Satisfying sexual, intimate, romantic, soulmate contract. I feel that satisfying part of it big time. For this divine feminine lover and this divine masculine Don Juan for May, June 2020 or timeless, please. My ascended masters, whether they are together or not, whether they know each other or not, whether they have been together and are no longer together or not, please, what is the perfect healing mantra for them this May, June, or timeless 2020? Please. I know you want to give me two, but there, gave me one. Liberating love. Liberating love. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. This is about an equality between the two of them. Oh my God, I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Oh my God, it's a healthy romance. I could cry, but I'm not gonna. I could. I don't wanna. How lovely, how heart-touching. Of course, I'm going to read from the bookie book in a second. I just want to get these symmetrical because I'm a Virgo. Liberating love. Let's see what it says, shall we? We're almost there. Opening. Liberating love. Oh, this is a long one. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. When love is liberated, your heart remains open to all the gifts that life has to offer. As love is liberated from the emotional wounds of the human condition, it becomes easy to accept, forgive, and receive. When such actions seem exhausting, it is simply a sign that your heart doesn't feel safe enough to remain open. When this occurs, your will's freedom to embrace each tender corner of your consciousness will allow opening to resume. When the heart has permission to open, your love is liberated, and you can shine a light into all the levels of reality to awaken the truth of all. This mantra is ideal for learning how to believe in yourself, promoting self-realization, and integrating the shadow. Oh. Yeah, I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. Let's pop up the picture, see what else presents itself. Magic clap. We've got the lover archetype in the shadow attribute, obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. The light attribute, great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. And with that divine timing angel there, feels like she's been waiting, chomping at the bit, as it were, but needs to really take a chance on love here, no matter how long this is going to take. Definitely has had the dream, has had the vision, has wanted this, has been trying to make this happen from the dreamer's point of view, willing to jump off the cliff, maybe has jumped off the cliff in a general sense, but right now is in that Eight of Pentacles, learning from those who have gone before her, learning from someone wiser, really getting that Eight of Pentacles knowledge that is beyond knowledge. It is wisdom. It is hands-on application through doing and experience. Knowledge plus experience equals wisdom. Leading her to the Seven of Cups, which, yes, might have some jealousy there because this is taking a while, particularly if she's seeing people that, in her opinion, has not worked as hard, having what she wants. But I do feel like the work is being put in, and keep in mind that Seven of Cups is in the future. So if she can take a chance on love, right? When she starts to love, her life is changed forever, even if that's loving that voice of jealousy or impatience or that emotion that she wants to have, that happiness, that love that she wants to have, even though she's not there yet, to love the one who may be a bit obsessive, right? Obsessive passion. Well, to love the one who's obsessive without it taking over the show and making every decision for her. Jumping over to the Don Juan in the shadow, using the power of romantic attraction for private agenda, which just is horrible. That's really using people. People use romantic attraction to steal money, and romantic attraction lies in deceptions for sex. But the light attribute spotlights your positive seductive qualities, which can be such a brilliant positive force in anyone's life, particularly their own. But Will he, with that angel of listening, listen to his conscience, not his consciousness, his conscience, right? Listen to the grace of the angel saying, will you do this one right? This is an important one for you. Really, try and nail the dismount on this one. Try and be honorable. Walk the high road. Live the golden timeline to the best of your ability. Because with the hanged man, I just heard this in the past, it might be that he was hung up to dry, right? That perhaps he stole something symbolically or metaphorically, like Prometheus stole fire from the gods to give to man, and therefore was chained on a rock with a vulture pucking out his liver every day. So maybe there really has been a sacrifice here in order for a greater gain to be had, or maybe he's had to been turned upside down, his life turned upside down to see things differently. And where he is right now with that Nine of Wands, perhaps he's in that process of rebuilding, but not quite there yet. Nine of Wands has probably put in a lot of desire, a lot of fire, a lot of will, a lot of drive, but has not gotten all the way home safe just yet. And then once home safe with the Six of Cups, there is that emotional balance and harmony. And perhaps, this is what makes me think that they know each other, but have not been able to be together. Maybe he had to let her go in that hanged man thing with this Six of Cups, that wistful like thinking of her. And then for him to focus on love, to look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life, particularly this divine feminine lover archetype. Why? Because their healing mantra is liberating love. I allow myself to receive all the fulfillment I'm willing to give. And if both of them can do that, if they can just give love, whether they see each other or not, whether they are together or not, whether they even know each other or not, allowing themselves to receive all the fulfillment that they are willing to give will certainly allow him to focus on love, for her to take a chance on love. Then that divine timing and that listening can really be fulfilled here, and maybe bring them together sooner rather than later. In other words, divine timing isn't so set in stone. There are different quantum timelines, you see. It depends on the choices and the decisions that you make. Are you walking the golden timeline? Are you walking the leaded timeline? And there are probably a near infinite number of them in between, right? So to do it honorably, to alchemize the shadow into light, and paradoxically enough, the slower you go and the more time you take, the more space you give yourself, the more you rest, the more you breathe, the faster it goes. It's very paradoxical, but when has the divine ever not been in paradox? So, my Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, may you be blessed with all that you need in your soulmate contracts. Your happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, satisfying contracts, as a matter of fact, for May, June 2020 are timeless, that you may heal, that you may grow, that you may take a chance on love, that you may focus on love, and that you may liberate the love within you to receive as much fulfillment as you are willing to give for your well-being, for the well-being of this contract, and for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you so much for watching again. Please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment below if this makes sense to you in any way, shape, or form, because I would love to hear it. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of your soulmate contract for May, June, or timeless 2020. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.